Is this the lineup for that women's 8? We'll take you through it in a second, but you can see the countries: Denmark, Romania, Great Britain, Italy, Germany, and a second Italian crew.
It's kind of crazy, this, isn't it? Because the British women have just raced in the 4s. They're now back up the start. It's good to see they've made the start for the women's 8. It's great to see a Danish 8. But of course, there's lane 4. We're looking at the Italians. No surprise there. Lane 3, Great Britain. Over there in lane 5, Germany. And Italy 2 in lane 6. We've missed out the crews on the far side. Sorry about that. Denmark and Romania. It's their kind of Romania crew of the future, the talent crew for future World Cups. And Romania, of course, the world champions in this event. Don't expect that crew to be quite as fast. They have gone out very quickly, though, the Romanians on the far side. Juliana Buhus in the 2-seat of that Romanian crew is a world champion in this event from last year.
Yeah, the Romanians made a great start there in the first 100 metres or so. As we take a look in now with the Germans over here in lane 5, they're pretty much with the race, with the field. There were heats in this, and it was Great Britain and Italy in those 2 centre lanes who won through on Friday. As we've already said, that Great Britain whole 8 competed in 4s and left us probably here about half an hour ago to get to the start.
So Italy 2 just dropping off the pace. Germany encouraging, keeping up there. Italy 1. They look to be leading this race at the moment. And in lane 4, it's Giorgia Palacci up in the bow seat from Moto Guzzi on Lake Como. Linda De Filippis in the 2-seat from the Gavirati Club. Here on this lake, at the other end of the lake, going down the bow, Alice Natter from Torino, Aisha Rocek from the Carabinieri, Alice Godato, she's from Gavirati, Silvia Torrezza from Arno, Elisa Mondelli from the Moltrasio Club on Como, and Veronica Bumbaccia from Torino. She's in the stroke seat, and they are leading at the moment.
Yeah, and this one pretty much going with that perfect chevron shape. It is the Italians. They came 6th at the World Championships last year, missed out on Olympic qualification. Same crew going for it here, and you can see how motivated they are. Still up at 40 strokes a minute. Look at the bow seat, absolutely giving it everything on the finish of each stroke. Great Britain beside them. Again, a lovely layback and lean back to really make sure they're finishing out each stroke. But it is Italy who are on the move now.
Come on, Great Britain can't get through Italy, can they? I mean, what's in their legs? The lactic acid from the race in Great Britain 2 and Great Britain 3, the women's 4s. There's no way they're going to get through Italy at the finish, surely.
Well, all these athletes are incredibly well trained, and to do 2,000 metre pieces back to back is something they will have done in training. It's a different thing when you do it here in the heat of competition. There's a kind of thing that comes with racing. I always think it's like kind of opening your lungs, and you have to just dig a bit deeper when you're in a real race, particularly in the hot conditions. But as it is Great Britain, I've held Italy at this half-length lead. Looking at the stroke rates, Italy are higher at 39 strokes a minute. Great Britain have settled into the 36. I wonder whether Great Britain could start edging their way back.
Heidi Logg in the bow seat of the British 8 is really giving it some. Look at that lean back. She's kind of hiking the finish there up in the bows, really giving it some. They haven't let Italy go away at all. 1.5 seconds lead. Third quarter's got to be crucial for this race. I know we always say that. Well done to the Romanian A team for being in 3rd place. That'll be really great for their technical director Antonio Colomanici to see.
Well, these are brilliant pictures we're able to bring you, and you can see it's exactly half a length between the Italian boat and the Great Britain boat at the front of the field. That gap has held pretty much since 500 metres gone. Italy got that lead and are holding it. Then there's a race going on here for the bronze.
What would you give for the experience of Henry Fieldman? Got the Olympic bronze medal in Tokyo, coxing the British men, but he's in the cox's seat of the British women. There's the Romanians in 3rd place. We've just got a shot of the world champion Juliana Buhus in the 2-seat.
And it doesn't look like they've got quite the same acceleration in the stroke. They're not finishing it out quite in the way you talked about Heidi Long, particularly in that bow seat of the Great Britain 8. You could really see what she was adding to the end of the stroke. It looks in that Romanian boat like they're cutting it just a little bit shorter.
So Henry Fieldman, he's going to be saying, you know, don't panic, we're sitting well, the Italians aren't moving, and the British are now the quickest moving boat on the course just. Am I going to have to eat my words, Greg?
Well, it looks like they're just starting to edge back. We said it was exactly half a length. You can see where that bow ball is. It's now between the 3 and the 4 seat. So Great Britain have moved in this big, chunky third 500. And here we go, 500 to go.
It's like the battle of the bow women there. Look at the Moto Guzzi oarsman, Giorgia Palazzi from the bow of the Italian H. She, as you said, giving everything on the end of her blade. Not quite the prettiest style of rowing to watch, but is it going to be effective in the last quarter? Great Britain on the right, Italy on the left. Great Britain, where have they found the energy? Those tired legs. These women have just raced in the women's fours just less than an hour ago, and here they are challenging for the lead.
Well, here they are challenging for the lead. You can see the stroke rates, you can see the gap. It's continuing to get smaller, down to 3 metres now. These Great Britain women will be digging deep. The Italians will be digging deep. I actually don't think the race comes into it now. Both these crews will be absolutely burning as we're coming in here. You can see it coming up, about to hit the red boys, 2:50 to go.
Their legs are burning. This is where the British are going to pay for rowing in the fours. The Italians are taking it away. There she goes. Go on, Giorgia. Put it in there. Just keep your bows in front of the British. A famous Italian win, another famous Italian win. But the British are still there. They are
still
edging.
150 to go, Martin. Something could yet happen. The British really closing up here. I think the finish line will come in time for the Italians. Coming down, 10 strokes to go now to the line.
Romania are in bronze medal position. There's the gap from our drone. What a great reverse angle shot. The British are closing, but the Italians have just done enough to hold it. It is going to be Italy. Another famous win for the Italian women on Lago di Varese. Britain settled for silver medal. Wow, what a great effort from those women who've just raced in the fours. Fantastic bronze from Romania. Their A squad with one of the world champions. The Italians are absolutely delighted. I couldn't follow the boats. I think, was it the German boat or the Danish boat that finished in fourth position? Yeah, good result for the Germans. They'll take that all day long. Denmark in 5th and Italy 2 in 6. Oh, the other way around. Italy 2 and then Denmark.
We'll get confirmation of that for you, but you could see what it meant to the Italians. Brilliant for this Romanian development crew as well. One of the world champions in the boat. But this Italian crew really wanted it from stroke one. They were aggressive from stroke one, as you could say. Not necessarily the tidiest looking, slightly pulling themselves onto the blade, but absolutely getting everything out of each stroke that they possibly could. Britain did track them, whether they felt those extra races in their legs. I think the British team will be pleased with how they've raced, particularly with how they performed in the fours, but then to see it in the 8 as well, pretty good to put it out there and come away with a silver medal. So lovely slow motion shots. You can see this is about grit, this is about determination. For Great Britain, still staying long, still staying connected. Italy, of course, are preparing for that last chance qualifying regatta. For them, it's all about this 8. It's all about qualifying for the Paris Games and getting this gold medal here in the first World Cup. Meant so much to them. To see what it means. Spells progress, spells the fact they're on the right track. It brings them a gold medal here in front of their home crowd.
So confirmation, not quite sub-6 in these nice conditions, but decent time for Italy. Great Britain, 0.7 behind Romania. Grab the bronze medal. Germany in 4th, just ahead of Italy 2, and Denmark in 6th place.